welcome. So, my name is Michelle, and I will be introducing you to the act of social distancing. And I will be also talking to a few people about this act. So, this is caused by the tragic event of the COVID 19. It has caused us all to practice the act of social distancing. So, COVID 19 is a newly discovered virus that was discovered in Wuhan of China. And it is a life-threatening virus that transfers through the air and also the surface that the ill person has touched. Due to this, we are ordered to stay at home by the government, and we're currently practicing the act of social distancing. So, practicing social distancing has also led us to learning remotely. And because of that, schools are being shut down completely. Because the schools are shut down, we have to learn on the internet. And learning on the internet introduced me to a app called Zoom. It's a conference app. So that's what we'll be doing today. I will be going on Zoom, and I'll be contacting a few different peoples to ask about their state in quarantine. So the first person I'll be introducing is my sister. So she's amazing. We were like two peas in a pod, but up until recently when she moved to the US to study abroad. And because she lives in the US, I cannot see her physically. So with the help of Zoom, we could get in touch with her. So here we go. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tepalak, and I'm your sister. I'm also an international student at the Georgia Institute of Technology, majoring in civil engineering.
And how long have you been in quarantine?
Since March 13th, which was the week before spring break, and then we just did distance learning ever since.
And has quarantine affected your studies in any way?
Yeah, because I don't have that same in-person interaction with my professor and my peers. And I think sometimes it's really helpful, like for some classes, it's better if I actually study with friends. And it's also easier communicating with my professor. I can just go talk to him or her directly.
Do you think it is necessary that people try and be productive during quarantine?
I don't think it's too necessary. I think it's a good time to try and be productive, but at the same time, it's also not a bad thing if you're not, because I mean, I know a lot of people are taking this time to work on themselves. Like a friend of mine, she's I think she had COVID-19, and then she's just taken the time to feel better, to get into her art and be more creative. So no, not necessarily.
Okay. That'll be all that I'm asking. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm back. So that was my sister for you guys, and now I'll be introducing you to another person. So she's my cousin, and she's also a student at the university. Interviewing her was also different because I wanted to see what it was like from a different perspective. So here we go. Hello. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Amra, and I'm currently a sophomore at AUPP, majoring in law.
And how long have you been in quarantine?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I thought, because at first I thought that this pandemic will be over in like 1 week. So I thought to myself, oh, let's just count the days, and in 7 days it'll be over. But surprise, it's been like 2 months, I guess, and it's still here. And every day is like really boring. I just do the same thing every day. It's like a endless cycle. I eat, I sleep, I study, and repeat. That's pretty much all I do every day. So I'd say I've been quarantined about 2 months.
Okay, and has quarantine affected your studies in any way?
Oh, definitely. And not in a good way. First of all, I find it really hard for me to concentrate and focus in class. Um, I'm not sure if this is the same for every student, but for me personally, I prefer to study in an actual classroom with an actual teacher rather than staring at a screen for like for some days my class lasts for like 4 hours and that's crazy because for me trying to get my mind focused on a screen like actually trying to get my mind focused on studying while my phone is like 2 centimeters away is like trying to find a needle in a haystack because it's basically impossible. I would constantly glance at my phone and then like check a little, and by the time I'm back, the class is over already. So no wonder there was this one quiz in this one course that I did. I didn't do too well because I didn't study, so I didn't pass. Not to brag, but I think if it was in a physical class, I would pass that quiz. So I think that I just really want this pandemic to be over soon because I do care a lot about my grades. And right now, my grades are really bad, and I need to go back to physical class in order to keep my grades up again.
And is there anything you hate about social distancing?
Yeah. First of all, I hate the fact that I can't go out. Oh my god. I consider myself as an extrovert, so I like to go out to see people, to eat out and just hang out. And the fact that I can't do that anymore is literally driving me insane. I cannot because normally I would normally a normal typical afternoon for me is going out to eat with my friends, but now I'm stuck home all day and trying to confine myself in my house is like trying to confine a claustrophobic person in like a really small cage. That's exactly how I feel during this quarantine.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That's all I have to ask you for today.
Thank you too, and you're welcome.
So that was my cousin. And after listening to what my cousin and my sister had to say, I will also give you my perspective on learning remotely. So I find it very difficult too because it's really hard for me to have any motivation to study since my bed is like right beside me and like I love sleeping a lot. Like if I'm free, I would sleep. And because it's right there, I get really tired and I get really lazy easily. Another reason is also because I have a attention span of a goldfish. I cannot pay attention for anyone's life. I get distracted so easily that paying learning remotely isn't doing anything for me. I don't think I learned anything in the past 2 months. Like I hardly remember anything. So overall, I learned that social distancing and being under quarantine can have such a negative effect towards education, and that I hope it goes well in the future and that they would find a cure for the virus soon so I can get back to learning physically so it would be better for me. And thank you.